Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Kauffman Stadium, home of the 22-16 Kansas City Royals, as they play host to our 21-17 New York Yankees. This is Game 3 of a 3-game set in Kansas City. Game 1 and 2 went to the Yankees, so we were looking at a possibility of bringing out the brooms here in Kansas City. The batting order put together by manager Joe Girardi is as follows. Center field, Jacoby Ellsbury. Left field, Brett Gardner. DH, Carlos Beltran. Right field, Diane Viciedo. Third base, Chase Headley. And at shortstop today, playing for the resting Didi Gregorius, Alex Rodriguez. First base, Mark Teixeira. Second base, Kevin Franzen. And catching, playing for the resting J.R. Murphy, is Austin Romine. And on the mound for the Royals is the 3-2 starter with a 1.33 ERA in 7 games, Jason Vargas, the 32-year-old out of Apple Valley, California. And Jacoby Ellsbury makes his way to the plate now to lead things off for the Bronx Bombers, hitting .275 so far in the year with 3 homers and 10 dingers, hitting in that leadoff spot as the first pitch is in there for an 80-mile-per-hour changeup strike. Count runs the 0-2 now on Ellsbury, as the kick and the pitch from Vargas is going to be a ball, so the count runs to 2-2 now. The kick and the pitch from Vargas is ripped into right field, softly hit into the glove of Alex Rios. That's 1 out in the top half of the first as Brett Gardner makes his way to the plate now, hitting .336 so far, currently 7th in the American League in batting average. And here comes the first pitch from Vargas. That's going to be swung through the 79-mile-per-hour changeup. As we take a look at the stolen base leaders in the American League, led by Elvis Andrus with 15, Reyes with 13, and Brett Gardner in third with 12. So the second pitch of the ball game is grounded out to Infante as he tosses that one over with ease to first base, and there's 2 down. In the top half of the first is Carlos Beltran, the home run leader for the Yankees, hitting .314 on the season, digs in. As the first pitch from Vargas is taken into center field, Kane's going to track over to his left. He's camped under it, and he puts it away for the final out of the top of the first inning, as it's still scoreless and no hits for the Yankees. We'll be right back for some more Yankees baseball after this. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the first inning as the Kansas City Royals lineup is as follows. Shortstop Alcides Escobar, center field Lorenzo Cain, first base Eric Hosmer, DH Eric Kratz, Alex Gordon in left field, right field Alex Rios, catching is Salvador Perez, second baseman Omar Infante, and at third base is Mike Moustakas, while pitching for the New York Yankees will be the 3-4 right-hander, 25 years old, out of Alvin, Texas, Alvin High School, is Nathan Eovaldi. Alcides Escobar makes his way to the plate now to lead things off for the Royals, hitting .270 so far on the season. As Eovaldi gets set to deliver the first pitch of the ball game, and it's going to miss the strike zone. First pitch ball for Eovaldi. 1-0 count on Escobar. Eovaldi over the head, kick, fires. It's going to be grounded to Aaron at shortstop, already getting some action, fires over, and some no-problem fielding from Alex Rodriguez, playing his old position of shortstop as Lorenzo Cain digs in now as the second batter of the ballgame, the center fielder. The first pitch from Eovaldi is going to miss the outside corner. Count runs to 3-1 on Cain. Eovaldi over the head, kicks, turns, fires. That's going to be popped into center field. Ellsbury gives chase, and he catches that one on the run for the second out of the bottom half of the first inning, as Eric Hosmer, the first baseman, makes his way to the plate now, currently 4th in the American League with a .346 batting average in that 3-hole for this Kansas City team, the defending AL champions, as the first pitch from Eovaldi's in there for an 87-mile-per-hour changeup. Eric Hosmer entering this ballgame with a 20-game hitting streak. Like I said, 4th in the AL for batting average. Only David Ortiz, Joe Mauer, and Robbie Cano have higher. Count runs the 1-2 as the strikeout from Eovaldi gets him looking backwards. K for Eric Hosmer as Eovaldi gets out of the inning, allowing no hits. So we are still hitless and runless at the end of 1. We'll be right back for some Yankees baseball after this. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the top of the third inning as Kevin Franzen hitting .265 since being signed and placed into the starting position at second base, while Steven Drew was sent down to AAA after clearing waivers as the first pitch to Franzen is ripped into center field for a base knock. So Kevin Franzen gets himself on base using that insane contact he has versus left-handed pitchers. And that'll bring up the catcher, Austin Romine, who was called up after Brian McCann went down with an injury. And he's playing for J.R. Murphy, who is resting due to fatigue. So 0-1 count now on Romine as he gets a good charge into this one. That's back. Gordon goes back to the wall. You can watch it go. Austin Romine. That is only his second hit since being called up from AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and boy does it count. That's a 2-run shot as the Yankees jump off to a 2-0 lead in the top of the third. As Jacoby Ellsbury digs in now to face Vargas. The 22nd pitch of the ball game is going to nick the outside corner. 0-1 count now on Ellsbury. Count runs the 2-2. The 26th pitch from Vargas is popped sky high, foul territory. Hosmer is there to the right and behind the first base bag, and he has it for the first out of the inning. As that'll bring up Brett Gardner, the speedy left fielder now, lefty-on-lefty matchup. As Vargas kicks, turns, fires, and Gardner fouls this one off for the first strike. Count runs the 0-2. The pitch from Vargas is ripped into left field. Gordon gives chase. He dives, and he has it! A spectacular diving catch by Alex Gordon to rob Brett Gardner what would have been, sure, extra bases. As Alex Gordon sacrifices the body, lays out for it, and comes away with the out, the second of the inning, as his pitcher, Jason Vargas, is thankful. So Carlos Beltran digs in now, 1-2 count. The pitch from Vargas, and that swift through the changeup down and away. Carlos Beltran goes down swinging, but not before Austin Romine puts the Yankees up 2-0 with a 2-run shot to left field. We'll be right back for some more Yankees baseball after this. Welcome back to the bottom half of the third inning as Omar Infante, the second baseman, digs in to lead things off in the inning for the Royals as Valdi over the head, kicks, turns, fires. First pitch is going to miss the strike zone, 1-0 count. Count runs the 1-2 now on Infante. Here comes the pitch from Evaldi. That's popped up in left field. Gardner gives chase, lays out for it, and he has it! Brett Gardner says to Alex Gordon, "You think you can do it? I can do it better." He lays out for in mid-air as Brett Gardner comes down hard and he holds on to it. Nathan Evaldi seems impressed at what his left fielder can do, and that's the first out of the inning as Mike Moustakas, the third baseman, the man they call Moose, digs in as the first pitch is in there for a strike. 88 on the gun changeup. Count runs the full on Moustakas. Here comes the pitch from Evaldi, and that'll miss the outside half. A slider that did not quite break enough to hit the outside corner, so they walks Moustakas as Alcides Escobar digs in. Pitch from Evaldi is chopped foul. That's the first strike. Count runs the 2-2 with Moustakas on first. The pitch from Evaldi is going to miss the strike zone. Count runs to full. Moose on first. The kick and the pitch from Evaldi is taken up the middle. The diving glove of Franzen is just out of the reach of it, as that'll make it first and second situation for the second hitter, Lorenzo Cain. Escobar on first, Moustakas on second as the first pitch misses the strike zone, down. 3-0 count now on Cain. The pitch from Evaldi misses. That's ball four. 4-pitch walk for Lorenzo Cain. That loads the bases with one out for Eric Hosmer, who is, like I said, fourth in the American League in batting average. As the first pitch is going to be popped up into right field, Vizcaíno is under it. He puts it away. The runner from third will tag up, and Mike Moustakas scores on the play, while Alcides Escobar tags from second to third. As it's a 2-1 ball game now with 2 outs and runners on the corners. 0-2 count to Eric Kratz. That'll be grounded to third. Headley Fields fires the first. And that's the final out of the inning, but not before the Royals strike for one and a sac fly from Eric Hosmer to drive in Mike Moustakas. It's a 2-1 ball game. We'll be right back for some more Yankees baseball after this. Welcome back to the bottom half of the fourth inning as Alex Gordon, left fielder, digs in a 2-1 ball game to lead off the bottom half of the fourth. The first pitch from Evaldi is taken up the middle. His first pitch swinging Alex Gordon takes it into center for a base knock, and he gets the inning started off nicely, as that'll now bring up Alex Rios, the right fielder, who's 0 for 1 on the day with a flyout back in the second inning, hitting .270 so far in the season. The 0-1 delivery is going to be ripped into right field, lands just in front of Vizcaíno. That's going to be a base knock for Alex Rios, and Gordon will hold up at second. So it is first and second now for the Kansas City Royals with no outs. Eovaldi getting set to deliver the 50th pitch of the ball game. And he does. That's going to be chopped and bunted down the third baseline. Headley Fields fires the first. And that'll set up second and third now with one out, as Joe Girardi is going to tell his pitcher to intentionally walk Omar Infante to bring up the 9-hole hitter in Mike Moustakas. A situation that many managers would do here as he comes up. He's walked and scored so far in the day. The full count. Strike three gets him looking, locks him up on the down and away changeup. Nathan Eovaldi now makes it a 2-out situation with bases loaded as Alcides Escobar digs in. The 0-2 count. The pitch is chopped up the middle, past the diving glove of Franz, and 1 run will score. Second run's coming. Throw from Ellsbury is late as Rios slides in there for the second run of the inning, as it's now a 3-2 Kansas City lead. That'll knock Nathan Eovaldi out of the ballgame as David Carpenter comes into now for his 16th appearance of the season, as they'll try to stop the bleeding and get out of the inning, only needing to pick up 1 out. So Lorenzo Cain digs in. He'll pop this one up. First pitch swinging on Carpenter's first pitch of the ball game. Popped into shallow right just behind first as Viciedo has that, and he puts it away for the final out of the inning. Carpenter throws 1 pitch and he gets out. It's a 3-2 Royals lead. We'll be right back for some Yankees baseball after this. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here at the top half of the 6th inning. The Royals up 3-2 as Jacoby Ellsbury, 0-for-2 in the day so far, digs in to face Jason Vargas as the first pitch is 86 on the gun, misses the strike zone. Count runs the 1-2 on Ellsbury, and the pitch is ripped into center field for a base hit from Jacoby Ellsbury as the speedster gets himself on base to bring up another speedster in Brett Gardner, who is also 0-for-2 on the day. As Vargas gets set to deliver the first pitch, and that's going to miss the strike zone, 85 on the gun. Count runs the 1-1 on Gardner as Ellsbury takes off for second base, slides in there, and he beats the throw and avoids the tag as he picks up a stolen base, gets himself in scoring position. As the full count delivery from Vargas is ripped up the middle, grounded past the diving glove Escobar, as Ellsbury scores with ease on the single from Brett Gardner, and that is what speed will do for you, as the Yankees have tied this ball game up at 3, thanks to Brett Gardner. And now, Gardner on first, Beltran digs in, and Gardner takes off for second base. He is in there with another stolen base. Ellsbury stole second, and he ended up getting driven in by Gardner with a single, and now Gardner steals second, and the 1-2 pitch to Beltran is swung through. He goes down, swinging for the second time on the ball game. That down and away changeup has his number all game long. As Diane Viciedo digs in now, the first pitch is ripped up the middle into center field. That should score Gardner. He'll round third. The throw from Cain is offline, and Brett Gardner scores with ease. And the Yankees take the lead thanks to Gardner's RBI, his stolen base, and Viciedo's single. So it's 4-3 Yankees. Viciedo on first as Chase Headley takes one to deep center field. That's back to the track, into the glove of Lorenzo Cain. He tracks it down, catches it over his head, somehow tracks it over his shoulder as Viciedo will have to trot back to first base. And now A-Rod digs in with an 0-2 count. Pitch from Vargas is swung through the changeup as he goes down swinging. A-Rod will head back to the dugout, and the Royals will also head back, now down 4-3 in the ball game. We'll be right back for some more Yankees baseball after this. Welcome back to the top half of the 8th inning as Jacoby Ellsbury digs in now. His last appearance got a single and scored after swiping second, and he's going to ground this one to Infante. The throw from his back foot, and Jacoby Ellsbury is out at first. But Joe Girardi does not agree with the call, so he's going to challenge the call. And we'll see what the managers agree with him. We'll take another look at this one. Softly hit ground ball. Infante tosses over, and Ellsbury looks to be safe. I would call that safe, in my opinion. We'll see if the umpires agree, and they do. Joe Girardi wins the challenge, and Ellsbury has himself on first base to lead off the inning, as Gardner has an 0-1 count on him, as Ellsbury takes off for second base, and he has his second stolen bag of the ball game. This is a similar situation to the last time he got on base back in the 6th, as they full count now on Gardner. And that's going to be ball 4. Gardner, take your base. So Ellsbury on first, Gardner on second, as Kelvin Herrera has himself a bit of a jam. The 0-1 pitch as Beltran pops this one up into left field. Gardner is camped up, Gordon is camped under it, as the runners will have to retreat back to first and second with 1 out now. As Dian Viciedo is 1 for 2 on the day so far, hitting .300 since being signed to hopefully add some offense, and he's done just that, and his first pitch swing immediately chopped back. Perez fields it himself, fires the first, and that's going to get Viciedo out. And we have second and third now with 2 outs, and they're going to walk Chase Headley to load the bases for Alex Rodriguez, as Wade Davis, the man who dominated the last postseason for the Royals, is going to come in to face A-Rod, who's 1 for 3 on the day with a single back in the second. In the top of the 8th, bases loaded. First pitch, knuckle curve, that's ball 1. Davis gets set to the belt. The pitch, and A-Rod takes this one into left field. Kane will field this one. Run scores. Second run is coming around. That scores 2. A-Rod, 2 RBI single. It's now a 6-3 Yankees lead thanks to Alex Rodriguez. As Mark Teixeira digs in now, as he pops this one sky high behind the plate. Perez is there, and he puts it away for the final out of the inning. But not before the Yankees strike for 2 thanks to a 2 RBI single from Alex Rodriguez. It's 6-3 Yankees. We'll be right back for some more after this. Welcome back to Yankees baseball. Here in the bottom half of the 9th inning, Yankees up 6-3, so Dellin Betances will come in the ballgame, his 17th appearance of the season, looking for his 15th save. So 3-2 count on Eric Kratz as he goes down swinging. Dellin Betances picks up a strikeout for the first out of the inning. As there you see, he's currently sitting with 14 saves at the top of the AL leaders list, tied with Neftali Feliz of the Texas Rangers. A 1-2 count here on Alex Gordon. The pitch from Betances has swung through. 97 on the gun. Dellin Betances back-to-back strikeouts to bring up Alex Rios now. Here comes the 0-1. That's hit into right center. Ellsbury is going to have to give chase. That's into the gap, and Ellsbury gets there. Tracks it down a long way, and he puts it away for the final out of the ballgame as the Yankees win. The Yankees win by a score of 6-3 here in Kansas City at Kauffman Field. As Get At The Brooms, they have completed the sweep of the defending AL champions, the Kansas City Royals. With the conclusion of this ball game, the Yankees and Royals will both be 22-17 on the season. The difference is the Royals just lost to retrieve that record, while the Yankees picked up a victory. Jacoby Ellsbury picking himself up player of the game, going 2 for 5 with 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, and crossing the plate as well, while Austin Romine, 1 for 4 on the day, only his second major league hit this season, is a home run off of Jason Vargas, a 2-run shot back in the top half of the third to get the ball game started off with runs and get the Yankees off to a 2-0 lead. David Carpenter picks up the W, Jason Vargas picks up the L, and Dellin Betances gets his 15th save of the season. And with that being said, that'll wrap things up here for this matchup. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.